Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this card. It's using a technique called triple time stamping, and we are going to have a couple of variations of this card. This one actually has got a little bit of fussy cutting. Now I know that fussy cutting isn't for everyone, so if you prefer colouring in, you can do that as a variation. So let's get the camera turned around and get crafting. So here's the card that we're going to be making today. It's called triple time stamping because we've actually got 3 layers here at the front. It's a really great technique. I'm going to show you 2 different variations. This one here, I've done a little bit of fussy cutting. But I do have, for those of you that don't like fussy cutting, I do have another version which is for if you want to colour in. So let's get started. Let me just give you quickly the measurements first of these 3 layers. So the Whisper White layer is 2 1/4 by 4, and then everything will go up 1/4 inch. So this will be 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. That's basic black, and then this is Berry Burst, which is 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. A standard card blank, and then we're going to be using these stamps, which is from it's Petal Palette. So we're going to be using the flower, the large flower image. Let's get that on a block. And I'm going to use the smaller flower image for the inside. And congratulations. Ooh. No, I'm actually going to use thank you today. I'm in need of some thank you cards, so I will do the thank you. You're going to see me removing the sticker. These are not the new cling stamps. These are our standard red rubber stamps. So I've had this stamp set for a while, and these ones cling better or without the stickers on. So I've taken that sticker off. Okay, so I think that is all. What else have I got? Stays on ink, blender pens, scissors, Tombow, snail, and over on my other desk are my ink pads. So Old Olive and Berry Burst. Okay, so we're going to start out with a Whisper White layer. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and this white layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick it down, but I don't want it to be permanently stuck. So I am going to put a little bit of snail on, so hopefully the camera will be able to see. And then I'm just going to put it on my jumper. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that. Get my arm in the shot. And I've put fluff on it from my jumper, and then it won't stick permanently. Okay, so then we're going to pop that down nice and even. And we are going to stamp the 2 flower images in the corners. So I'm using Stays on ink, but you can use Memento Black if you want. And what I'm trying to do is get the image on both pieces of cardstock. So on this outer edge and on this piece, and give it a good old press down. There we go. I love this stamp set. It's got quite a lot of texture to the stamp, so it can look a little bit broken, but it's actually the way the stamp is designed, the lines, so it's really cool. And I've turned it around. I'm doing exactly the same there. And then I'm just going to do the thank you. Just check it straight in that gap. kind of straight. It's fine. And whilst we've got the black ink out, let me just stamp this flower in the bottom corner. And that's for the inside. And then that ink pad can go away. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm a bit of a messy crafter, so it's much better that I pop everything away. Okay, so let's look at this. Now you can see where the edge of this cardstock is, it's actually not stamped properly. But once you've got these extra layers on, you won't see that. I've just realised. See, all of that efficiency, and I haven't stamped my flowers. So, ooh. Right, this lid is causing me problems today. One of my team said the other day that they actually stick this stays on lid into the lid so they don't lose it, which I think I'm going to have to go and do that with all of my stays-ons. So I'm going to stamp this twice and then I can cut those out in a minute. Oh, I love the smell of stays-on. It does say on the back, does say do not inhale or ingest, but it smells like marzipan. It's delicious. Okay, so I am now going to peel this off and do the colouring in, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to colour in and then show you how to put the other pieces on if you want to. So I am using blender pens. Now I got a couple of messages last week about these. I use them quite a lot. They have this magical chemical in them, which I now understand is glycerin actually, and other things, but glycerin mainly. And what it does is it works with any water-based ink and blends it. So they come in a pack of 3 and they've got a dual tip, and all you do is you squash your ink pad and get some ink in the lid, and then you can colour in with whatever colour ink you've got, and then you can just scribble it, which I will show you that I'm going to do that in a second, and actually change colour. Now the question I was being asked was, what's the difference between these blender pens and the Stampin' Up blends? So similar names, but absolutely not the same. So blender pens, these ones are for use with water-based ink, and you're using them to colour in with. And they have no colour of their own. So you can see me now, I'm going to scribble this until it goes clear, and then I can use it on another ink pad. Blends, so with an S on the end, are Stampin' Up's alcohol markers, and they come in different colours, and you have a light and a dark in each colour, and they are, again, they're a colouring medium, but they're alcohol based, and they actually have colour in the pen themselves. So I know, I'm sorry, it's all a bit confusing. It's similar names but not the same. And these always squeak, I don't know why. Something about them, it's like there's a small mouse in there. Okay. So I'm just colouring in. Oh, missed a bit. And I'm only colouring in on this very top layer. I'm not, as you can see, I'm leaving this black and white, not colouring in that base area. More squeaks. As well as squashing your ink pad, you can do what I've got here, which is I've just put a drop of re-inker in the lid as well, because then that just means that you get a bit of a stronger tone of colour. But that's fine. Right, I've just missed a bit of green there. So scribble, scribble, scribble. You just have to keep going, particularly the reds and the pinks. It just takes a bit of time to get it clear again. And you'll notice that the tips do stain. Don't worry about that. It doesn't make any difference to them. They're just stained. Okay. Oh, got that flower to do as well. Okay, so if you want to do the colouring in version, you're all done. We can mat and layer that. If you prefer this version, which is the fussy cut version, all I've done is I've coloured in the leaves in Old Olive. I haven't coloured underneath, so if I lift that up, I haven't actually coloured the flowers underneath. So don't think that you need to do that. I am going to be quiet just for a minute and speed this up, so you don't have to watch me busily cutting all of this out. But if you want a couple of hints and tips as far as fussy cutting is concerned, use your scissors at a 45-degree angle and move the cardstock, not the scissors. I'm actually going to cut on the lines, which is kind of rare for me. I don't normally, but there's so many extra elements here. I don't want those included. So I'm actually going to cut on the line. And as you can see, I'm turning all the time. I'm turning the cardstock. I'm not moving the scissors. Apart from kind of going up and down, I'm not actually moving the scissors at all. Okay, I'm going to switch the sound off and we're going to whiz now. So there we have the two pieces cut out. So all we've got to do now is assemble. So let's get the card blank and the Tombow and put the inside in first. And then we're going to layer up these pieces. So firstly, we're going to put the Whisper White layer on the basic black. Obviously, this is the piece that's already got the snail on it, but that's not going to adhere it, so we need some Tombow on there. And then we are going to put this on the Berry Burst layer. And then this is going to go over the top here. Now you just want to just give yourself a second just to make sure that things are aligned, and then put this down. So that is going to go over there like so. And then this layer is going to go on the front of the card. And then I'm just going to show you what you're going to do with your fussy cut pieces if you've decided to do that. So there we go. So there is the basic card. And then these pieces can go over the top. Now I've got some dimensional foam pads. And what I've actually done with these is I have popped them over kind of the whole area. So with this, it's very much, the coloured image is very much inside that square. But with the die cut pieces, I've actually left them hanging over the top. So you'll be able to see that in a second. So get the foam pads off. And they go that way. Ooh. So position it like so, over the top. Let me just move that just ever so slightly. Just needs to go right over the top. And then again with this one for the bottom. So it's up to you how you want to do it, if you want to fussy cut or not. I do enjoy doing a little bit of fussy cutting, so there we go. So there are your sort of two options. Completely flat layer, which is obviously great for postage, or this slightly more dimensional layer. And if I bring in the original one, you'll be able to see because there's no additional colouring on there. And that is the triple time stamping card. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please do leave me a comment, either on YouTube or on my blog. I respond to every single one. You can subscribe to both YouTube and my blog, and you'll always be the first people to know when I've got some more creative inspiration for you. All of the items that you've seen in today's video can be purchased from my online store, which is at www.inspiringinkin.com. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.